What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we do our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world. Because crypto is the biggest opportunity over the next little while, and nothing's even close. Welcome along, you guys. We appreciate you on this journey. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here in the blessed country of Puerto Rico, out here enjoying the good weather, dodging some hurricanes. It's kind of what we do out here and enjoying this journey with you guys, where we're going to use crypto as a wealth creation tool and use some real world assets as some wealth preservation stuff like real estate, maybe oil and gas, stuff like biz ops. And we should have a good time doing it, bringing all our family members with us. And it's kind of boring out there in crypto land, not just in Pulse Chain, but I would say across the board, just because, Bitcoin dominance has been just going up, for 3 years now. And now I'm seeing a lot of more of the professional type traders like Pip Sniper and some other guys who are saying the Bitcoin dominance is topping out, which is what we need for that kind of like altcoin push going into, like how Hans says, towards the end of the year, which is, right on target for what we think is going to be the next big push up, even in Pulse Chain, which should line up with the Richard Hart court case, which should line up, with a lot of different, just bullish momentum in the crypto space with the presidential election and all that stuff. Other news too, we do have the Trump and Elon interview going on today. If you guys want to tune in there, it's at 8 p.m. EST. So a little bit on the later side, which is cool because that means my day will be done, and I'll probably tune in and just listen, see what they got to say, see if there's any more crypto-friendly type news that he could talk about, kind of get us all riled up. Of course, he's got to stay alive and get voted in, and I don't know if both those things are going to happen. So it would be nice. You're muted, Dave.
Did you see there was a meme coin that launched that a lot of people thought the Trumps were behind?
Yeah.
I think like 2 days ago.
You got right.
Trump Jr. came out and said, we're so excited to launch our coin after this one had already launched, indicating that wasn't theirs. And so it went from like 35 million market cap to 85 million and then to zero in like a matter of minutes. Is brutal.
Man, that's the thing with crypto, man. You just don't know what's true and what isn't and what is legitimate. And there's just so much with millions of coins launching every single week. Like, how much of it's just dog shit? It's 99.9%. Like, it's hard to sniff through the BS and see what's actually legitimate. I mean, you could buy stuff that's cycle 2, that's been around since last cycle to kind of like help, but then you're in the same camp as buying Pulse Chain, in my opinion. Like, for example, you can go buy AVAX, you can go buy Phantom, you can go buy, Aave, which is, a last cycle narrative, which, it's a utility token, which hasn't done much this cycle. I mean, you get done, and they'll probably be fine this cycle, all these different, but then it's the same as buying Pulse Chain, in my opinion. You might as well just buy Pulse Chain because you're going to get the same kind of gains. In fact, we saw that in the beginning of the year, Dane, where Pulse Chain did a 5x. And like Aave, not Aave, Cardano and AVAX only did a 3x, while Pulse Chain did a 5x. And I mean, PulseX did like a 7 to 9x, and then the Ink token did a freaking, 15x or something stupid. So you just better to buy them, in my opinion. That's never financial advice. We're just dudes on the internet speculating on our money. But in my opinion, it's just better to buy that stuff unless you're going to find the new unicorn, which I don't know. That could be hard to do in a world of shit.
Super hard, very hard. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely. Yeah, we can check out the PLS ETH chart. Let's do it.
Secret chart. That's the secret chart. That's the one that you're trying to beat. Otherwise, you could just be holding ETH. Although ETH is not doing much as far as the cycle is concerned so far. It's just the ETF inflows have not been, well, the inflows are there. So there also, that's the problem. And it's keeping the ETH chart depressed.
All right, let's grab it here.
And share your screen if you got it pulled up.
Yeah, let me get it here.
See what it's doing.
So here is, let me share my screen. Okay, you see my screen?
Yeah, I sure can.
All right, so this is what is this? ETH in Pulse terms. And so when the price is going up, then that means ETH is outpacing Pulse. And when it's going down like this, that means Pulse is outpacing ETH. You can see last couple of days, ETH is on a run against Pulse here. And in general, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't, the chart's new enough. There's not a ton of data. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot more upward trajectory here. We saw ETH run a little bit, and then we see Pulse kind of start to play catch up in the next few months. I think it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see upward momentum before ideally Pulse, started going.
I mean, it's created pretty good market structure. So I mean, it's not going to continue just always going straight, up against ETH. So
right.
And we need ETH to freaking run, man. I mean, we need it to go. Like the fact that it's not done anything this cycle is absolutely depressing. I mean, it's just, you guys know we're one big massive leverage play on ETH. A couple of different wallets hold a large amount, about 318,000 ETH, that likes to buy our stuff. But if ETH is not moving, why would it buy our stuff? I wouldn't buy our stuff if I was down on my investment, or if what I wanted to vampire attack, was not moving. And you just got to give it time. Once again, it's just, that's the part of the cycle that we're in. So
I think the hardest part for most people being a good investor is the boring waiting parts. Everybody is wanting price up, and just sitting around waiting is often the hardest.
Yeah. We'll do other things in life, right? Like that's when you go touch some grass, they say. I mean, this has been a very boring moment in time in crypto, not just in our ecosystem either. It's everywhere. It's just extremely boring. Unless you're in Bitcoin, like Bitcoin has ran hardest, against everything, in my opinion, the last 2 years, which was a very good lesson learned, Dane. I'll tell you what, in the next bottom of the cycle, I will be 100% Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I will hold those positions open until about 6 months before the halving. That is one of the biggest lessons learned. All my liquidity will be in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's it. I will not be altering that plan. I saw firsthand exactly how this cycle played out, and Bitcoin owned the movie, completely owned it all the way up until about a few months before the halving, where we had that first altcoin season. So it was a lesson learned. And I don't care what shiny objects are coming out and what ICOs or what, like, I don't care. Like you just don't move your money out of Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, that was shown to us.
Well, I would argue you can even leave ETH out of the equation if you're comparing it to this cycle. I mean, Bitcoin dominance has been
for
that whole period too.
You're right. Bitcoin dominance had run the majority of the time, and it's just barely now starting to top out. You're right. So you could have gone to 100% Bitcoin and hung out there. Well, so after 1 year, the top comes in, you should have somewhere, you'll have the bottoming, depending on where, it doesn't have to be perfect, but like every time it's held true so far, and you just go to Bitcoin, like literally. you get 2, 3, 4 extra money over the course of 2 or 3 years. Like that's a lot of liquidity that you could, have for the altcoins. So yeah, big lesson learned there. I will be 100% going into Bitcoin during those moments. So
when you could see, Bitcoin. So price down here on this is the ETH Bitcoin chart. So price down means ETH is losing dominance to Bitcoin and Bitcoin is gaining it. I mean, this has been since September 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're absolutely 100% right. You could have just held Bitcoin except for our little altcoin season that we had in January. That was it.
Right.
Like you could have diverted out of there for like 6 months and then gone back into Bitcoin.
Right. Right. Right.
Like nothing is holding its value better than what Bitcoin is doing in this part of the cycle.
Right. It is pretty interesting to see this. You see this wick down, touch this trend line and bounce, and now we're a little bit green. So is this the reversal point? I mean,
that's what Pip Sniper is saying and a couple other guys on, because there's other indicators showing that this is going to be the reversal point. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. And it doesn't mean it's going to go straight up, but like instead of going down, maybe it goes sideways for a little while and slowly starts to trend the other direction.
Right. Agreed.
It's still going to be boring no matter what. Like we have a lot of boring time left.
Agreed. Boring months ahead.
Boring months ahead, man.
Yeah, like this comment. Beginning of September, we usually see some volatility. Yeah, that'll be interesting. That's what I think. August, I think, we've been, not boring, but painful in August. And ideally in September, we see, ideally you see a bottoming this month across the board and both chain ecosystem and, or at least holding the lows. And then, trending either sideways or slightly up next month. So we'll see. But even if we waited around, if we bled some more this month and then found a bottoming maybe towards the end, a little sideways next month, and then starting to trend upward again the following, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It'll be interesting.
It wouldn't be either. So
it'll be interesting.
Like I said, going into October is going to be the next, big event. What date is that? It's like the 24th. Isn't it October 24th?
Yeah, the hearing.
Yeah. So I'll probably head out there for 2 days or so. So maybe I'll head out the 23rd, come back the 25th. That's probably what I'll end up doing.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, 24th it looks like. Yep.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of traders doing buy the rumor, sell the news. I think we're going to see a lot of upward momentum going into it. And then no matter what, you're going to see volatility. Even if he gets full clarity and he wins the case, I would expect a sell the news type of event to happen during that time, no matter what. I don't see there not being volatility during that time.
Agreed. Yeah, Oliver, when Corey and I go on vacation, we usually come back to price up. So maybe you're the opposite indicator, brother. Maybe you're the price down when you go on vacation. We'll have to track that and see how it coordinates.
Right. If that's the case, Oliver, I guess you're not allowed to go on vacation anymore.
Right. Yeah, what's up, Mitch? Mitch says, yeah, DCA the next couple of months.
Absolutely, man.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. I agree. Other than that, I mean, we're just waiting around. I was on a call earlier today, right before the show, with one of our community members. Him saying he's wondering where things are headed, and said, just like Mitch is indicating, now's the time to be looking to add to your positions or just hang out if you just want to hang out. He's looking to add, so that was kind of cool. Jump on next week and help him add some more. They're just being patient. We're in the boring time.
Yep. This is the part, though, that if you already don't have a good sized bag packed, your opportunities here to pack the bag. Still dollar cost average. It's always a winning strategy. Never, ape in with your entire, whatever you're going to use to buy. In my opinion, it's never financial advice, but we've seen dollar cost averaging be a proven strategy, even in the stock market world. And this still could be here. You can see some more downward pressure, and it'd be cool to have some economic energy left in the tank, if you will, if you do a dollar cost average today, and then like a week later, if we were a little bit lower, or we find a bottom like we're kind of anticipating here in this month, it'd be good to have a little bit of a couple bullets in the tank to pull off that, buying that bottom. And so whether we're there now or not, it's remaining to be unseen. But it could, be prepared for either direction.
Yep.
That's what I always say.
Oliver's going to help us all by not going on vacation until 2025. We appreciate it, brother.
No.
Price up.
I'm loving my Old Glory Bank. What a great
Oh, yeah.
thing.
Let's talk about this. This is a good thing.
Wire fees, too?
Oh, there's no wire fees. I was not aware of that.
Wow, Mitch. That's interesting. I have not set the new account up. In fact, I need to message Coast and see when he wants to come on. He had talked about he'll come on our show when he's kind of got caught up, of course. He says he's slammed right now, but I'll give him a message and see if we can get a date on the calendar. Yeah, I gotta learn how to do this. I guess you create a new bank account with Old Glory, right, Dane? And then you fund that account.
Well, so this is my understanding. Yeah. I set up my new Coast account and I set up an account with Old Glory Bank, but it doesn't appear like you have to use Old Glory Bank to fund your account. From what I could tell, you could still fund your account just like normal. You can wire in the funds or ACH them in just like normal. But the benefit of using Old Glory, apart from like Mitch is saying, apparently no wire fees, is that they are very much a freedom-based type of bank, where you shouldn't have issues, going to the blockchain and then coming back into your bank account when it's time. That should be really clean. In fact, I messaged I set up my bank account and then I opened a support ticket and I said, hey, you guys, I wanted to make sure it looks like you guys have this partnership here with Coast. I want to make sure that my rights to transact freely will be honored here. And they were great. They were super responsive. I got an email back within like an hour, and they said, "Yeah, we're here to help. We're believers in the blockchain. You shouldn't have any issues going to the blockchain and coming back." Now we'll see, but really positive. That was the most positive experience I've ever had with a bank from a crypto perspective, and I'm pretty excited about that. They're also backed. In fact, let me share my screen here. They're backed by Ben Carson and some of these other guys. And I really liked on the website right here. I really like, they say right here, let me go up. No. Right here. Yeah, banking should be concerned with banking, not with politics. Couldn't agree more.
Wow.
So I like it. I think it's pretty interesting. Larry Elder is another political something or other. I don't know. But yeah, same thing. You ought not to be discriminated against or concealed or canceled. I apologize, because of your views. These guys are very pro-freedom from what I could tell. They've even got, I thought this was kind of cool. Is it here on the main page? Yeah, they've got the Bill of Rights here that talks about what they're about. And I like it. I mean, all my experience so far has been really positive. So we'll see how these guys perform. Banking was really easy as far as transacting is concerned. They don't have a branch near us in Puerto Rico. And so I just jumped online, created the account in a few minutes and off to the races. So this is slick. And especially if you have large amounts of money, you guys may have ran into problems same as we have, where even on smaller amounts, the banks can give you trouble transacting,
Yes.
getting money on the blockchain or getting it back off. Sounds like these guys should be a good solution for that. So
Yeah, my brother had it over the weekend. Customer banks with Kraken just shut his account down out of the blue. Just shut it down. He was trying to do a wire to go, to do a DCA, and they shut him down. I said, nope, you can no longer transact here. No reason or anything.
They shut his Kraken account down or his bank account?
Kraken customers bank did it. That's the bank that's associated with the Kraken. So
I see.
I know. Yeah. I've never had issues with Kraken myself in the past, and that's why you want to have two, on and off ramps at a bare minimum. This sounds like it could be maybe, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe future proof. Another option is, you could meet up with Randy Halarski this January and go set up a bank account with Tower Bank. They'll let you on and off ramp crypto through them. And so just having different options is just a good practice in this space. But this looks like it could be great. I hope they hold true to everything they talk about here. And their ethos and their beliefs line up very similarly to Pulse Chain, kind of ethos of freedom of speech and freedom of movement and freedom to transact, which is amazing. So let's see how this all rides out. I think Coast did a great job of kind of aligning themselves with a good banking partner. So this is really cool stuff. So I'd recommend, guys, never financial advice, but you should have two forms of on and off ramping. This could be a excellent, choice, if you will. I'll be setting up an account with these guys and having, this available to me, because you just never know when a, Kraken or a Coinbase or anybody else is just going to shut you down. So
Agreed. Yeah, Oliver, I think that's a great point. Yeah, we've been watching the Pip Sniper TA videos too. I agree. I think they're money. I've enjoyed that. I think it's been useful to be able to follow that. So if you guys haven't checked out the Pip Sniper account, has some really good TA. He's on Twitter as well as on YouTube. I'd say go give that a like, a watch, a subscribe, and a follow. It's been good content over there.
Yeah, what I love about him is that he's not a Pulse Chain guy. It's not his MO. He's not even, I would say he's not even part of our community. He's just a trader. He looks at all charts. He looks at XRP. He's looking at quant. He's looking at all these different, and showing the technical analysis with them, and and talking about his bullish predictions, when things start moving. So I love the idea that it's a third party outside of our ecosystem, unbiased, looking in, going, oh, you know what? There's value here. This could go. I see it building up momentum. Don't sleep on this. And so I love that it's from an outside, source. So keep that in mind. I like to look for these guys. Another one is that the black guy with glasses. It starts with it's
Understanding Crypto. Is that it?
Yeah, he's another really good one where he's just a trader. He's a trader with no emotion, or tries to, he uses fib extensions. He uses, the Elliott waves, and he analyzes all kinds of different cryptos, and he's bullish on our ecosystem. It's really cool to see these trader guys. All they do, they don't care about the fundamentals or the community, people fighting toxic, they don't care about that stuff. They look at the chart and they go, oh, this is lining up for X, Y, or Z. Here's where you might find value. And I love that because they're seeing it from an outside perspective. That makes me extremely bullish on our stuff, that we're having these outside guys starting to kind of peek in and go, oh, whoa, I'm going to open a position here. This looks good. We didn't have that before, when Pulse Chain first launched. So I hope we see more of this, of these kind of guys coming in, guys, and treat them with grace and respect, and be nice to them. we want these guys here. Even though they're traders, he's going to be out there trading XRP and trading whatever else. Like let him do his thing, but we need these guys here. So it's awesome. It's good stuff. And he brings a good approach, man. He's like, look, we can go here, which is more downward action, but that just means we're going to go here afterwards. Like he brings a very mellow, like, or we go here, and it gives you like 2 or 3 options which way we can go, and he gives you like some cool fib extensions for bullish, next move up type stuff. So really cool stuff. I like to see these guys coming into our ecosystem. I hope we see more of it, and I think we will. As we're preparing for our next move up.
Yeah, just need more green. That's it.
Need more green, man. It's like Sami says, green candles always makes everybody smarter. And it's so true. Like nobody wants to pay attention to anything when everything's just red and there's just nothing going on, So yeah, green candles would be amazing. So yeah, I agree, Mitch. It helps you with your DCAs. Yeah, man, it just gives me confirmation that's outside of the ecosystem, because we live here, right? Like we're in this eat, sleeping, and breathing it every single day. And I love it, man. I love the community and I love the assets and I love RH. But like it's nice to have confirmation outside of the community and your own beliefs and your own, like what to be true. It's just nice to see that stuff. So yeah. Welcome them with open arms, guys. Open arms. So most of you guys, I know you will. The guys that watch our show, Dane, are not the guys shitting on Twitter all day long. These aren't these guys.
Agreed.
Oh.
Cool. Well, those are the main things that I want to talk about today, Corey.
Boring day, man. It was fun to touch in with everybody. Let's see if this Bitcoin dominance does reverse here. If some of these TA guys are calling it, be cool to see. Doesn't mean we're going to go up overnight, but it's nice to see, momentum in the right direction. The next altcoin season, guys, as you probably know, should be towards the end of the year. We moved well in the first altcoin season. And there's no reason to believe that we won't have if you follow the Elliott waves, where this is going to be the most parabolic out of the Elliott waves going into this altcoin season. There's no reason not to believe that we won't see a nice move going into the end of the year. So, be prepared. In the meantime, guys, go out, touch some grass, make extra money. Like, I don't know, go and create a side hustle, a little bit of a business, if you will, and bring that money in and try to buy these bottoms, If you can't, I get it. Just hold. But if you can, this is a great time, man, to go out and conjure up some more money. Kind of like Gingerbread Man. He's talked about it on the show before, but man, he's did a good job of
getting creative,
rounding up some liquidity, if you will. Now, to each their own. Everyone has a bit of a different risk threshold with this kind of stuff, but he's doing a great job I like when he comes on Open Mic Fridays and he talks about it. There's a lot of things you can do, guys. You can go sell stuff on Amazon, eBay, just whatever you got to do.
Make a Feet Finder account, all that type of stuff.
Oh, what kind of account?
A Feet Finder account, yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know about that one. Although you probably would make some good money. There's a lot of disgusting fetishes out there. So, like, if you want to do it, fine. Just don't tell us about it. I don't want to know. If that's your way of making a side hustle, more power to you. That's it, guys. We're going to be hanging out all week. I think it's going to be a 4-day week for us. We talked about maybe taking Friday off. So we might do open mic Thursday, just so you guys know. If you want to come on Thursdays, we might switch it up to 4-day streaming weeks, just while the kids are kind of in school, and give it the Friday some freedom to go out and do what we want. So cut some grass, right?
That's right. Exactly. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for being on today. We'll catch us the rest of the week, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace, guys.